Just 1 minute, huh? So from the last section, we are discussing cost of capital. Now, cost of capital, we have four different sources, okay, of a finance: equity, preference, and debt and internal sources. It means retained earning and depreciation. So out of that all the sources, now we have started the second aspect of this unit, and that is a practical aspect in which we are going to calculate the cost of capital, cost of various capital, specifically cost of equity, cost of preference, cost of debt, and cost of retained earning. In our last week, we have discussed the cost of equity capital. How many methods are there for calculating the equity capital or cost of equity capital? Are you sure? Only three methods are there. I hope so. The screen is visible to you or everyone. Yes, please confirm me. Is it visible? Yes. So there are total five methods for calculating or for deciding the value of the equity shares or equity capital. Again, I quickly repeat. Yes, my dear, 403. Cost of equity capital, there are five methods. Okay. The first method, yes, please. Yes, yes. Good afternoon. So there are five methods for calculating the cost of equity capital. First one is dividend price approach. Very simple. The cost of equity is equal to D upon or D upon P0. P0 stands for present market value or current market value. The method is very simple. Just you need to find out the value of dividend in terms of rupees and divided by the NP. Here NP means face value minus discount plus minus issue expenses, or else a face value plus premium minus issue expenses. Then after we have seen few practical questions to understand this method. The next one is dividend price plus growth approach, in which dividend is there plus additionally as a company expands, the rate is given to you that represent the growth in dividend. That is 10 that we call G. D divided by NP that remains same plus G. The third method is all about earning per approach. Sorry, earning price approach. Earning price approach means cost of equity is equal to EPS. Your EPS means earning per share divided by net profit. Whatever the answer you will get, that considered as the cost of equity capital. So dividend divided by NP, dividend price approach, dividend divided by NP plus G, dividend plus growth, and E divided by NP, earning price. Now the fourth one is bond yield plus risk premium. Here we have understand two parameters, two component, okay, that create the cost of equity. Number one is risk-free return, and number two is risk premium. The formula is very simple. Yield on a long-term bonds, it means a return on a risk-free securities plus a risk premium. And lastly, we have discussed the fifth method, CAPM. Please remember the full form and formula both. Here again, this method or model is depend upon two components, two criteria. First criteria is risk-free securities. Generally, we call it RF. Okay, risk-free securities, a return on risk-free securities. And number two is risk premium or risk factor. The formula is very simple. AE is equal to RF plus BF in bracket RM minus RF. Here RF stand for risk-free securities, BF stand for beta factor, it means risk in the business, and then after RM stand for market return, average market return. And we have done two more practical question about the same. And now we are in the second part of the cost of capital. Okay, up to this, these five methods are about cost of equity capital. So please open your book and write down the title, cost of preference share capital. Cost of preference share capital. Okay, why they are called preference capital? There are two reasons. Can you tell me why these preference shares capital are called as a preference? Yes, a preference in terms of, they have a preference in terms of, there are main 2 points that you need to remember. Number one is a preference for a dividend. कुछ याद आया? Whenever the company have a profit, at a time, preference shares holders have a preference to get first dividend. Okay, and number two, they have a preference in terms of repayment of principal amount. In some of cases, when the company is not able to survive in the market, okay, and company suffering the losses at that time, if the company close their business, first of all, they need to pay amount to some liabilities, and after paying the liabilities, among the equity shares and preferences have a first right, first preference, okay, for a repayment of money. So there are two reasons. One, they have a preference for dividend, and second, they have a preference for repayment of money. That's why they call preference share capital. Can you tell me how many types of shares are there? Preference shares. We have discussed this in the sources of finance. 8 types. Okay. Can you name it one by one? All of you. Not only. Cumulative. One is cumulative. So second one is non-cumulative. Very good. Go ahead. Yes. Participative, non-participative. 4 are there. Redeemable, irredeemable. It's not non-redeemable. It's irredeemable. So 4 we have covered: cumulative, non-cumulative, participative, non-participative, and convertible, non-convertible, and last one is redeemable, irredeemable. Are we clear about this 4? I don't think so. This explanation is again required. That what do you mean by participative? No, what do you mean by non-participative? What do you mean by convertible? What do you mean by non-convertible? Okay, all of you are aware about the concept. Now, listen carefully. Whether it is convertible, whether it is non-convertible, whether it is participative or non-participative, whether it is cumulative or non-cumulative, this 6. If you want to note down, please note down. Or else, wait for a minute. कौन कौन से वापस से रिपीट करते हैं? convertible, non-convertible, participative, non-participative, cumulative and non-cumulative. Okay, this 6 plus irredeemable preferences plus irredeemable preferences, or in the other language I can say accept the redeemable preferences, accept the redeemable preferences, all the preferences once it is issued from the side of company, it's remain same with the company until the last day of the company. अगर मैं इसको फनी लैंग्वेज में बताऊं तो जो भी बाकी शेयर्स है, ओके, ये जो हमारे रिडीमेबल शेयर्स है वो हमारी हाफ गर्लफ्रेंड, जब तक उसका टाइम होगा तब तक वो हमारे साथ रहेगी, और बाकी के जो भी प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स है वो हमारी धर्मपत्नी। ओके, हमारा नाता है, और हमारा यानी कि कंपनी और प्रेफरेंस शेयर का नाता है जन्मों जन्म। ओके, चलो, आर वी क्लियर एवरीवन? आर वी क्लियर? Are we clear? The concept is only one, that once it is issued, it's remain with the company until the last date of the company. Okay, जब तक कंपनी है तब तक वो शेयर्स रहेंगे। कौन से? Except the redeemable. What about the redeemable? They come for a 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Okay, वो कॉलेज में कोई एक होगी, मास्टर में कोई दूसरी होगी, पीएचडी में कोई तीसरी होगी, और जॉब में कोई तीसरी होगी, चौथी होगी। ओके, are we clear? So here for a redeemable preferences we have a fixed period. After that, company will itself buy back the shares. So the conclusion is here, when we go for the calculation of cost of see this Google Sheet is visible to you, everyone? ओके, सो अगेन मैं वापस से एक बार शॉर्टली सब कुछ डिस्कस कर देता हूँ, उसके बाद हम प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन पे जाएंगे. Okay, here we are discussing cost of preference share capital, and whenever the question comes about the cost of preference capital, the preference shares are divided in only two categories. One is irredeemable and second one is redeemable. Irredeemable include all the types of preference shares except the redeemable shares. And here you need to remember only 2 points, that for irredeemable preferences or a cost of irredeemable preferences, calculations remain same. KP is equal to DP divided by NP. Are we clear? And for redeemable, we will discuss later on. Now look at the question. Question number 10. Question number 10. XYZ Limited issues 20,000 8% preferences of rupees 100 each. Now, can you tell me this 8% means what? 8% preference that means what? Okay, one is saying that out of total shares, only 8% shares are issued. Okay, okay. Dividend ratio. Dividend ratio. Okay, okay. 8% are preferences, but what 8%? Yes. Anyone else from online mode? Anybody wants to prefer any answer? Okay. Suppose now come here. I said 10% bank loan. 10% bank loan. I said a 5% vehicle loan. I said 8% home loan. So what it indicate? 5, 10, 8. It's represent rate of interest. Okay, if I say 8% debenture means company need to pay 8% interest every year on that debenture. So here 8% preference shares means the rate of dividend is 8%. Are we clear? So whenever the rate is given to you, that rate is not representing the percentage or a dividend ratio, it's representing the rate of dividend. Okay, so here DP is equal to 8%. Okay, or in terms of rupees, it's rupees 8 because the issue price or a face value both are 100. Coming to next line, cost of issue is rupees 2 per share. Okay, cost of issue is given to you rupees 2 per share. Calculate the cost of preference share capital if, now please listen carefully, these shares are issued at a par, at a premium of 10% and at a discount of 6%. In this one practical question, I have covered three different type of practical questions. Are we clear? एक ही क्वेश्चन में मैंने तीन क्वेश्चन कवर किए हैं. इफ आई आस्क अ डिफरेंट क्वेश्चंस, जस्ट आई आस्क अबाउट एट अ प्रीमियम, at a discount or at a par, so I can create three questions from this question. Okay, so first of all, write down the formula. KP, cost of preference capital, is equal to DP divided by NP. Here, because the issue price or a face value is given to you. Now, one by one option. D is equal to 8. Clear? 8 rupees dividend. DP is equal to 8. Now, we go for the first option. First option at par. Here at par means no premium, no discount. Okay, so in that case, NP is equal to 100 minus 2 is equal to 98. Are we clear about 98? Okay. Now, no need to write the formula again. Already we have written. To put the values, DP is equal to 8 and NP is equal to 98. 8 divided by 98, 0.0816. Are we clear about the first answer? Shall we go for the B option? B at a premium of 10%. Now, what will be the value of NP here? NP is equal to face value 100. Here we have premium, so we need to add. Premium is 10%, 10% of 100. 10 minus issue expenses 2. The final answer will be 108. Now put these values in the formula. DP divided by NP, here DP remains same, 8 divided by 108, and final answer will be 0.0740. And last one, option C, discount of how many percentage? 6%. In case of option C, NP is equal to face value minus discount 6 minus 2 issue expenses is equal to 92. Now put the values, 8 divided by 92, and you will get the answer 869. Are we clear about this calculation? Formula done? Okay, here maximum changes. Here maximum changes are, suppose here we have 8%, in the next practical question we have 20%, okay, or a 10% or a 5%. Here we have premium of 10%, the next question maybe we have a premium of 5% only. Here we have discount of 6%, in the next question maybe a discount of 10%, because the maximum limit of discount is 10%, please remember. Okay, but as of now, as per the Companies Act 2013, no companies are allowed to issue the shares at discount or with discount. 2013 के बाद कोई भी कंपनी शेयर्स को डिस्काउंट के साथ इश्यू नहीं कर सकती. ओके, so are we clear about this one? Yes. Shall we go for the next? Now write down the next title. Cost of irredeemable preferences. Cost of cost of irredeemable cost of redeemable shares. Cost of redeemable preference shares. ओके, पहले कंसेप्ट समझ लेते हैं. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय रिडीमेबल प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स? Those type of preference shares which are issued by the company for a particular time period. It may for a 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and after completing that period, company itself rebate or buy back that particular shares from the market. So the preference shares, those are issued for a limited period. This are called as redeemable preference shares. So if you see technically, once company issue the shares in the market, are we clear? कोई भी कंपनी होगी तो पहले तो मार्केट में इश्यू करेगी. That is called as a issue price at which the companies are issuing the shares in the market. One price. Clear about this one? Because this is the clear funda in last discussions. Now the next point. Now here, what is the second condition? Suppose companies issued the preference shares for next 10 years. Suppose that it issued in 2011. So now in 2021, the 10 periods are over. Now what is the procedure? Legal procedure. Now company will buy back that particular shares from the market. Okay. अभी मैंने मान लो कि ये स्मार्टफोन आपको सेल कर दिया किसी एक्स पर्सन को. ओके, उसको मैंने सेल किया 20,000 और उसको क्या कंडीशन दी कि आप ये 2 साल तक यूज करो, उसके बाद वापस से मैं आपसे परचेज कर लूंगा. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सेम केस इज हियर. हमने इन्वेस्टर से कुछ पैसे लिए 10 इयर्स तक यूज करने के लिए और बाद में क्या बोला कि कोई बात नहीं, आप अपना प्रेफरेंस शेयर सर्टिफिकेट हमें बेच दो, हम आपको आपका मनी वापस लौटा देंगे. सो व्हेन company buy back that particular preference shares at a time, one price will be decided by the company. Okay, and that decided by the board of directors before the issue of the shares, and that price is known as redeemable value. So in these tactical questions we will find two different values. One value is issue value and second value is redeemable value. अब इश्यू वैल्यू मतलब क्या कि जब कंपनी शेयर्स इश्यू करेगी तब की प्राइस, एंड रिडीमेबल वैल्यू मतलब क्या कि जब कंपनी बायबैक करेगी तब की प्राइस आफ्टर 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. Are we clear? Yes. Okay. Now see the formula. Your formula is somehow some complicated as compared to the previous formulas, but try to remember. KP, cost of reference capital, is equal to DP remains same, dividend on a preference shares plus now see here P. If you want to clearly write, you can write RP, redeemable price. RP stand for or P stand for redeemable price. और some of authors say present value. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Present value. Present value or redeemable value. So you may write P or RP. Both are right. So RP minus NP. RP again I told you redeemable value. NP means issue value. Divided by N. N stand for number of years. Suppose 10 years, 20 years, 5 years. And entirely divided by RP plus NP divided by 2. Actually we are doing the average here. Okay, दोनों price की average करेंगे. We will understand that with the practical question. Just write down the formula. I will explain the practical question. I will explain the formula, how to put the values and how to go for the calculation. Shall we go ahead? Formula done? Everyone done? ओके, सबसे पहले हम फॉर्मूला लिख लेते हैं. ओके, क्या है फॉर्मूला? KP इज इक्वल टू DP प्लस इन ब्रैकेट RP. मैं उसको RP बोलूंगा. ओके, आपको क्लियर हो. NP ब्रैकेट ओवर डिवाइडेड बाय N, number of years, and entirely this divided by RP plus NP divided by 2 bracket. Are we clear about this formula? Okay. Now read the question. ABC Limited issues 20,000 8% preference shares of rupees 100 each. Again, this 8% represent dividend rate. So directly write down here DP is equal to 8. Okay. First value clear? Go ahead. Redeemable after 8 years. Redeemable after 8 years. So how many years are there? n is equal to 8. क्लियर हो रहा है धीरे धीरे? एट अ प्रीमियम ऑफ 10%. क्या कंडीशन है? रिडीमेबल आफ्टर 8 years at a premium of 10%. So here premium of 10%, it means which value, NP or RP? This 10% will be added in NP or RP? Are you sure? यहाँ पे देखो क्या है, after 8 years at a premium, what is here? Issued at a 8% capital sale each of rupees 100. So if any premium, any discount is come with the issue line, it means it is about NP. Here it is after the 8 years. तो 8 years के बाद जब भी कंपनी वापस से उसको रीपर्चेस करेगी, तब रीपर्चेस करने के बाद वो क्या बोलेगी कि हम आपको 10% प्रीमियम देंगे. कब? 8 years के बाद. ओके, यू आर नॉट गेटिंग द पॉइंट. मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. ओके, सपोज यू वांट टू स्टार्ट योर बिजनेस राइट नाउ, ओके, इन योर semester 3, and you need some money, and you come to me and you said, sir, I required some money. I said, how many? You said, sir, 2 lakh rupees are in. Okay, अच्छा, मैंने आपको दे दिया कि भाई आपका प्लान भी अच्छा है, बिजनेस भी अच्छा है, एंड आई होप सो कि वो चलेगा. So after completing 2 years, now you come to me and you said, sir, this is your 2 lakh rupees जो मैंने आपसे लिए थे इन सेमेस्टर 3. आर वी क्लियर अप टू दिस? 2 लाख रुपीज मैंने आपको दिए, आपने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया, आपका बिजनेस चल गया. 2 साल के बाद आप मेरे पास आए और बोले कि सर ये आपके 2 लाख रुपीज जो आपने मुझे दिया था, थैंक यू, थैंक्स अ लॉट. एंड विद दिस आप मुझे कवर भी देते हो सर. क्या देते हो? एक छोटा सा कवर. और उस कवर में आपने मुझे एडिशनल 20,000 रुपीज दिए. क्या दिया है आपने? एडिशनल 20,000 रुपीज. तो इसका कंक्लूजन क्या आया? आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? कि आपने जो मेरे से अमाउंट ली थी वो अमाउंट पे कुछ रिटर्न ऐड करके मुझे दिया है वापस. सेम इज कंपनी डूइंग हियर. 8 years के टाइम के पास से आपको ले रही है. 8 years के बाद कंपनी ने क्या बोला? हाँ, आपको पूरी अमाउंट रिटर्न करेंगे विद 10% प्रीमियम. 10% एक्स्ट्रा आपको देंगे. अगर आप 100 रुपीज अभी इन्वेस्ट करोगे तो 8 years के बाद आपको 110 रुपीज हम देंगे. आर वी क्लियर? सो हियर RP is equal to 100 plus premium of 10%, 110. And the cost of issue is rupees 2 per share. So this is all about NP. 100 minus 2 is equal to 98. Because here nothing is given to you about the premium or discount at time of issue. So we are assuming that company has issued shares with a par value. No premium, no discount. So are we clear about this 4 figure? Any doubt, any clear? Sorry, any query? No? Then put these figures in the formula. D8 plus in a bracket RP minus NP. R is 110 minus NP 98 bracket over divided by N. N means 8 entirely divided by 110 plus 98 divided by 2. पहले हम ब्रैकेट पे बात करेंगे, इंटरनल ब्रैकेट पे, देन आफ्टर वी गो फॉर द फाइनल कंक्लूजन. 8 your 110 minus 98, how many? 12 divided by 8. तो मैं ब्रैकेट में रखता हूं अभी. entirely divided by 110 plus 98 divided by 2. 208 divided by 2. 12 divided by 8. 12 divided by 8. 10 1.5 like this divided by 104. Now the next and last stage for the calculation
0.09.
0.0913. Chalo. Are we clear about this calculation? Again, I repeat, here you need to focus or careful about the premium discount, because whether it is after the redemption or whether it is at the time of issue. Let's take one more practical question. We are not calculating right now, okay? But you need to try this. ये रहेगा आपका homework का question. You may take a screenshot or no. Before the next session, you need to complete this entire practical question. If you have any query, any question, let me know. Otherwise, write your enrollment numbers and then after you are free to leave.